Welcome to Destination Divergence episode 69. This is the Winds of Change group, who are currently on the continent of Zendrick, in the city of Stormreach, searching for a cosmos-altering weapon that the Giants created aeons ago, or any information they can find about it. Most recently, the party came across Anka, an old acquaintance of Faye's, who has sworn to serve Faye and defend her, and Faye convinced Anka that she should accept some payment for this as well. Anka led you all to the local ring, the Red Ring specifically, which is an arena for gladiators and those who have turned up on the wrong side of the law and need to be executed. You have all entered yourselves as bloodbound gladiators of this arena and put on quite a show, and you've drawn some attention. At the end of the show, a gnome approached you all and, well, gave you your winnings, but also you convinced them that you would like to speak to someone higher up, and they mentioned someone would be visiting you tonight where you are staying, in the Ship's Cat. Karik also made rather sizable bets on you all, and since you're newcomers, most people bet for your opposition, and so you made out like bandits with double your money. So, it is now shortly after your early morning fights in the arena, and the floor is yours. What do you do?
Well, I think it's evening.
It's morning, right?
Yep.
Morning. Okay, morning, and we have rested, assumedly.
Correct.
Uh,
Not since the fights, no.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Clemens needs medical attention, and you can only. I'm sure we're gonna short rest, right?
That would make a lot of sense, yeah.
Do they have a medic tent where the fighters can go and get patched up afterward? Maybe with some Gatorade, some spaghetti.
And rum, of course. The rum
Of
in
course.
the Gatorade, because
Got to replace all that lost blood.
also in the spaghetti, because it's
No
Pirate
vodka
Town.
sauce here.
Knees
No
weak,
rum
rum
sauce.
spaghetti.
Yeah, you could locate a medical room sort of near, kind of opposite the arena from the green room, locker room, so to speak, that you were in before.
Yep.
It's very bare bones, and it's really just like, here's enough to get you up and ready to walk out of here and go to somewhere more proper, where you can pay for your own treatment.
Yeah.
But if you need to be patched up, they could take care of that.
Clemens is going to look around in disgust and realize that she already performed probably the best first aid she's going to get, which is interpreting her second wind. And she's going to be like, what peasants these are.
All right.
She will take a piece of cheese if they have any cheese.
Well, they do not have any cheese, unfortunately.
Rip.
Fuck. 1-star Yelp review. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming we should go do short rest. Let's get a short rest stat. I just go back to our rooms, yeah?
Yeah.
That is what they're for.
All right. So, Anka will rejoin you and head back across town to the Ship's Cat, where you will find your rooms just as they were before, and you can take a bit of a rest. So you will complete a short rest.
All right, let's roll some hit dice.
Will it automatically stop my hit dice rolls when I hit max, or do I just have to gamble?
No, but you can just individually click like roll one,
Okay.
roll another one, roll another one.
Okay.
Yeah. It will automatically apply to your health. But as part of one short rest, you can just keep clicking that roll button repeatedly.
Yes. Okay.
Where the fuck is it? Oh, right, there it is. Wait, it says I only have 2 available?
That was an unfortunate first hit die.
Wait,
Were you already out of hit dice? Rest in peace.
I
Rippity-doo
should
dah.
have more hit dice because we literally spent an entire. No, we spent a good amount of time on the ship, right?
You should have had at least half, because half should come back from the most recent long rest. You haven't taken any short rests like between, so you should have had a model available. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Right.
perhaps
Yeah,
you
no
neglected
worries.
to long rest at some point and just reset your
Probably.
HP.
Just so focused on work and study.
All right.
Sleep is for those who are
Hit the long rest to restore those.
sleep is for those who are not
Oh,
haunted
shit.
by monk
And
dreams.
then I was down at 12 plus 10, 22. Takes a short rest. Why the fuck won't you restore my hit dice? There it is, the roll button. Plus 4. 9. Yeah, that's good enough. 8 plus 9 is 16, 17. All right, good enough. Oh, and I get my key points back. Yay!
Yay.
Yay.
Ooh, I think I'm going to use Arcane Recovery for the first time ever because I always forget it exists.
Ooh. Regain spell slot.
Bad thing to forget. And I only spent like nothing. Still though.
Then
Yeah, get you back what you spent though.
E.
All right.
after my short rest, can I go try to find some information about my opponent?
You could try and ask around, yeah.
All right, cool. I will go down to the bar, order a drink, and fake sip it while I ask for more information about her, like to the barkeep or anyone who seems knowledgeable.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion check, I guess. It's supposed to be charisma, just asking around, chatting with people.
Ooh, 17.
Pretty good. So first you talk to the barkeep, which at this point in the day, when you first came down earlier and had breakfast, there were still some people that had like passed out of the bar and were being shuffled away, things like that. Lots of people very hungover. Now at this point, it's just kind of empty. The place has been cleared out. It's not quite lunch yet. It's still kind of morning. A lot of people are still over at the arena if they're looking for entertainment or other places in town. But there's the barkeep there, the same one you saw last night. You're asking about who? An opponent at the arena.
Where the fuck did I write down her name? There it is. Sorry, I'm looking for more information about Zashtai, the half-orc monk. Unless I'm completely stupid and completely.
Yeah, that's not what I had written down.
A new challenger approaches.
It was another Kalashtar.
Oh,
I'm
dumb. Okay.
And the name given in the arena, at least, was Night itself. And I do have a name for the character written down, but I'm not sure if you ever gave me a different one or what.
In the backstory tab on my roll on my character sheet is where I have it written down. I had completely forgotten it. So whatever you want is what we're going with.
Well, let's keep that name. But yeah, you would have been a Kalashtar for sure. But okay. Well, I don't know any Dash ties. Does not ring a bell.
I meant the night itself.
I don't get over to the arena much, but I do have at least heard the name before.
Hmm.
She's been around a year or so, maybe not quite, a few months under.
Hmm.
At least that's
Okay.
at least that's when she started to make a name for herself. That's when I started hearing that, the customers talking about it and who they favor, who they think that will win, and who they'll bet on, all of that.
Hmm. All right. Well, thank you.
Of course.
And I will take my drink upstairs and probably when I'm out of sight, pour it out
Okay.
somewhere, just out a window or something.
All right.
Did we settle on a timeline for when my monastery burned down?
Let's pull up the big notes. I mean, shortly, like you were leaving as that was happening, if I recall. So however long
shortly
ago
before we...
you traveled.
Okay.
Which I do not have a timeline for.
Woo. All right. So, probably about more than a year ago. Well, thank you for... Oh, right. I already went back upstairs.
Yep.
I'm out of it today. Sorry.
Oh, good.
Is all good.
Yeah, then I'll just go find everyone and see what we're doing for the day.
What are you doing for the day, everyone?
I would like to find a scroll of Find Familiar so I can add that to my spellbook.
Okay, squirrel hunting. Anyone else going shopping?
I don't have a particularly strong need right now until we talk to whoever Mr. Gnome sends, so I can just go and help shopping, cut some good deals. I'll just see the city, so I can just tag along the plans.
All right. So, looking for a particular scroll. If you could give me an investigation check with either intelligence or charisma, and you may choose
All right.
which one of you takes it and has advantage, or you can both roll separately.
See, I don't have proficiency. I'm at +4 either way.
I've got +0, so I will assist you.
All right, so Clemens is explaining the ins and outs of, you have to go about it kind of, you just got to feel it. Lots of shops might have, they say they have the scroll you want, but you really need the one that is written in the dumbest, easiest to read notation, and there's a certain amount of dowsing you have to do for that kind of thing.
All right. You do manage to find a shop that sells numerous scrolls. You do notice quite quickly that not all of them are magical, though they're all passed off to be. But knowing a bit of arcane magic yourself, some things are just gibberish and are just arcane sigils scratched in completely random orders, claiming to do things like give you good luck or make the winds blow in a favorable direction this day. However, they do actually have some pretty good stuff here and there. Find Familiar is a lower level spell. It isn't going to be too expensive.
All right.
And among this type of shop, they do happen to have a couple in stock. So they would ask a starting price of 200 gold pieces.
200 gold pieces.
Oh, yes, of course. This is
Are you mad?
this is far more powerful than our other scrolls we sell here.
Well, yes, clearly your other scrolls hardly do a thing. I can't believe you could sleep at night trying to sell sailors a spell that will make the winds blow. That's got to be bad luck in and of itself. Have you ever thought to yourself, perhaps I'm going to kill somebody today by selling them something that they think they're going to pull out at just the right moment and it's going to turn the tides, and all it is a piece of paper you probably spit on. Look at the teeth of yours.
Yes, the shopkeep is a human shopkeep with several missing teeth and does not appear to keep super good hygiene. But he's now looking around and says, "Shh, keep that down a bit. Can you roll me intimidation?" I don't know if it's working on Foundry, but I believe, did we agree on a feat for you that lets you add intelligence for charisma stuff?
Yes, we did. I don't think it is working actually.
So that would be +4.
I thought it was. Okay, yeah, so 14. I could have sworn it was like a couple sessions ago.
It might have just been
like my charisma up top is notated at a +4, even though charisma's 10. But
look at that.
I think I just didn't add the 4 to intimidation in particular.
What if we just swap all of the charisma skills to or something? Or you can just add a +4 to a
Whoops.
Whichever way around you want to handle it.
I'll do that. Thank you.
Either way, that's a 14. Okay. I'll let's see. Let's cut 25% off the top. Does that sound any better to you?
And I want this one for the same price. She's gonna grab the closest one that is just clearly that has a hint of magic without even looking at it and just hold it up.
Okay. And you're asking for them both together for the same price, or both
each at the same, each at one price times 2.
Gotcha. You know what? Sure, take them both. That's 300.
She drops 15 platinum down in a huff and then walks away.
All right. You got a scroll of lightning lure.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
And yes, the scroll of Find Familiar as well.
All right, is there an item list I can grab that from?
Unfortunately not. I think you'd only find
Okay.
just generic scrolls, but
let's see.
Yeah.
I can't even see anything. I just see.
Let me just throw a generic first level spell scroll and a level 0 for the lightning lure, and then you can just change the names of those.
Thanks.
Sure. All right. Any other shopping that people wanted to do?
I think I'm good.
No, I'm just tagging along. I'm good.
All right. So it did take you a few hours kind of going through shops and asking around to figure out which would be the best shops to look in. And, there were several shops in between that were duds and either didn't sell the kind of thing you were looking for or were just completely fraud. But you did end up finding what you were looking for in the end, and not for too bad a price. It's now early afternoon. I'm going to assume Carrick is working on downtime at the moment, so I'll notify him of that later, but he did have a downtime project involving trying to upgrade the ship with a loading dock, so to speak, so I'll just mark that down. Nikarith, would you like to do anything else after speaking with the barkeep at least?
No, because I don't really want to go out by myself.
That's fair.
Understandable.
I'll check on with you, huh?
Maybe. Because I just need... Nakara just sits there thinking, meditating, because he's a little perturbed by all of this.
Makes sense. Okay. So you spend your time in meditation.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Anything else you would want to do, any of you would want to do in the afternoon leading up to the evening? As a reminder, the gnome at the arena did say that somebody would be visiting you this evening.
I'm just making an extremely elaborate pun about how it seems that the scroll, knowing my affinity with lightning, lured me to it, and how our entire journey was in service of this.
It's true.
Nothing else.
All right. So we'll just skip ahead a few hours, and we'll assume that you're all just resting, meditating, preparing yourself, so that you're not too exhausted when night falls and you have an important guest. So skip ahead a few hours.
All right, I'm going to take the 2 hours to learn Find Familiar.
Go for it.
Though it doesn't get added to my prepared list until long rest, is that right?
Correct. Yep. It's in your book, but...
Yep.
All right.
You're a wizard, so you can just cast it as a ritual, right?
That is true.
I think you're right, yes.
True. All right. So, night falls and the pub downstairs gets busier and busier as the evening continues. As it gets darker and darker out, there's louder and louder chatter coming from downstairs as people get drunker and drunker and more patrons cram into that small room. Do any of you go down there, or do you all stay in your rooms?
I'll go down there.
I'm going down.
Yeah. It's no fun drinking in your room when there's a perfectly good bar fight that could be breaking out downstairs.
It's true. You never know.
I will see if I can find more ask Faye to help me find more information about my opponent again.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll work my magic.
Thank you.
All right. 4 of you head downstairs. I'll just assume Karuk is tagging along as well. And upon entering the main room, somebody notices you all and just raises their mug and says, "Congratulations to 4 of the champions of the day." Everyone cheers.
Bow gracefully.
Oh yeah, big flourish. Thank you kindly.
Of course.
Good nod.
Now, how about you buy us all a round of drinks with the winnings you made today, huh? And
Clemens is
another
angry
round of
because she
cheers.
was just about to actually do that. And so she is going to jump on top of the bar because she has to outdo this guy and draw her staff, which is unfortunately... No, she's going to draw her sword, actually. And just let a tiny bit of lightning discharge and say, "Drinks for everybody."
It's interrupting him. Like, how about drinks for everybody? Excellent. Okay, there's cheers, of course, and people are standing up from their tables and knocking over chairs as they do so. And the barkeep shakes his head a bit. He's like, "I don't think you know how much they drink, but you know what? I'm happy for the business." He just gets a bunch of glasses out.
We can worry about that tomorrow.
I'll put it on your tab.
She drops him 1 platinum to get started.
I'll take this off your tab. Catches it without looking.
You're lucky I didn't throw it. I hear they can put out an eye.
Well, I'm sure I would have still caught it.
Probably. You do seem very good at that kind of thing.
Well, lots of things get thrown around here. You get used to it.
I believe it.
I really want to make sure you know that you can catch some shit.
Yep.
Oh no, Nakara's the worst at that.
So everybody here obviously loves you all, as you have not only proven yourselves to be glorious victors in the arena and all amazing at combat and putting on a good show, and you've also given them all drinks. So people are crowding around you all a bit, not giving you much space, but you do manage to find a table. People clear it off for you, and you can have your own drinks and food here. Anything else you do? Nikarth, did you say you wanted to ask around?
Yes.
Okay.
About the night itself.
All right. A few people just respond like, "Yeah, great fighter. Yep, indeed. She. I think this might have been the first time I've seen her lose, and since she started, things like that." But eventually, the man who spoke up initially upon seeing you all come downstairs says, "Ah, yes, I've been tracking her career with great interest. I've been tracking all of the careers of the fighters with great interest. You could call me I'm a bit of a super fan of the arena. I spend most of my time there. I mean, it pays the bills. I'm very good at knowing who is going to win and who's best match up with who, and well, I never have to work. Anyways, what did you want to know?
What can you tell me about her?
Well, she was a newcomer, not unlike yourself, only months ago, maybe eight-ish.
Okay.
She, I mean, it didn't take long for her to rise in the ranks of the arena. She's made quite a name for herself, but she always been a bit of a mystery. I mean, Knight itself is an enigmatic name, is it not? Well, anyways, she's always fought with the same style you saw today. She has those weird floaty things and the stabby things, and she's very strong, very fast. You've already beaten her. I'm not sure what combat information I could tell you that you don't already know. Weirdly, I will say, I've never seen her in any of the pubs around town. That I can tell you. Only ever seen her really in the arena, come to think of it.
No idea where she might be staying?
I unfortunately couldn't tell you. I would imagine, yes. It's well, you're a newcomer. I should explain. Don't go beyond the city border. Just don't do it. Not worth it. Don't listen to anyone telling you there's treasure out there, or anyone selling you any sketchy maps. Just don't do it. You'll never come back.
Clemence's head is going to slowly move into the frame.
I do believe
adventure, you say?
In places that people don't come back from.
Well, you see, legend has it that long ago the gods cursed this realm, this whole continent, and
they do seem to enjoy doing that.
Yeah, indeed, right? There's so many legends about gods cursing things. Why can't they bless things instead, right? Anyways, those giants from long ago, whose houses we now occupy, pissed off the gods rather good, and gods didn't like that. This place is now a wasteland, but you wouldn't know it by looking at it, right? So many green plants, lots of life out there. So many dragon shards. It would be an incredible mining opportunity, but if you wander out there, there's no way to navigate.
What if you had a really long rope and you attached it to back here and you just kept letting out more rope?
You know, one of my buddies about he starts counting on one hand and then he's missing like his ring finger, and so he like you know what, it was like 5 years ago. One of my buddies we tried that once, and we pulled back the rope and we pulled back the rope and we pulled back, and the rope was longer than any rope we attached to him, and we just kept pulling back the rope, and eventually we just like it came back empty, but it was way longer. I don't know how it got that long.
That sounds amazing.
Right, it was rather strange, I do have to admit.
Has anybody...
I haven't heard from him ever again.
Do you know of anyone who might have had... some wizards can travel between the planes. Have you heard of anybody managing to maybe get a little bit farther using planar magic than other people? I know you said nobody came back, but I don't know.
Well, I don't know much about no plan or magic. No.
sometimes you can turn into a ghost and go places that you can't otherwise go using magic. I just wonder if maybe that would help things.
So that sounds like a good trick. No, I've never heard of that. I don't know if anyone's tried. If they would, they probably wouldn't tell many people. I mean,
I suppose that makes sense.
like I said, so many people say there's treasure out there. Why would they share that?
Yes.
Do you know planner magic?
I know somebody who knows it.
Ah,
He taught me some of it. I've never tried it. It sounded very dangerous.
I see. It does sound dangerous. Sounds useful though. Is the danger
Yes.
worth it? Sounds kind of like it would be.
I suppose it really depends on the situation. If you were being attacked by an army of cannibal vampires, I guess that's maybe a little redundant depending on what their race is. Then, and that was your only way out, I suppose that would probably be worth the danger.
Do cannibal vampires, is that just like a thing you encounter regularly?
Well, a fortune teller told me I would at some point. It hasn't happened
I
yet.
see. Do you think cannibal vampires only eat other vampires if they're cannibal vampires?
That's the question I've been asking myself
You're
for
not-
4 years.
You're not a vampire, are you?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
They can't go in the sun, right? I was in the sun earlier.
Oh,
and
good
that was
point.
fine.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, good luck with the cannibal vampires. Wherever they show up.
Just gonna look around. Hopefully there aren't any in here.
Roll perception. Last time you saw a vampire, it was on the ceiling. So you look around when you look up, and there's no one hanging from the ceiling. So you're pretty sure there's no cannibal vampires in here.
She nods to herself. Safe for now.
When Clemens gets back to the table, Faye, who overheard the conversation, is just gonna like hiss at her, "Daywalker."
Just gonna stick out her tongue.
I always knew.
I guess you know me better than I know myself.
Hmm.
Anyway,
So what can you tell me about yourselves? I'd love to know more about fighters of the arena. Like I said, it's kind of my hobby and my job. It's okay if that's too direct. You don't have to tell me. I'll just keep watching your fights and I'll pick something up. But
are you just out of curiosity? Are you just here for personal business, or were you sent here by anyone?
oh no, I was just I knew you were staying here, so I came here so I could chat with you, get an interview.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you can consider me your newest fan.
Oh, love that. Love my fans. I mean, for me, I'm just a practitioner of magic and showmanship. It's good to get to a new area and test my skills against some new blood. And I do enjoy the less cutthroat atmosphere of the arena. I think we got a good mix of the brutality with a little bit of humanity to it.
I have to say, you did a right fine job of it. I mean, I'd never seen that much blood with it also being sparing the life of the person. It was quite impressive.
You know what? That's you don't know how much of a compliment that is. I'm gonna keep that one in my breast pocket.
It probably was helped by, him having so much blood in his body, but that was a lot of blood, and they, put on quite a good show.
He had too much blood in him. I think I did him a favor.
Maybe
Down with the rest of us.
I have heard some of the doctors around town do that sometimes. They just, you got too much blood, they got to let a little out. We usually just go to the mages though, but when we can't afford that, yes.
I know how it is. Yeah, but how about the rest of you?
Well, most of what I could say about myself is confidential, and the lives of a lot of pirates probably hang on it, so I don't know how much I can say. I mean, I was a rather successful pirate back in my day. Visited lots of little islands full of horrific little monstrosities. Found some treasure, had some creative differences with the crew, and she looks around her. She is probably not going to see anybody who she thinks is going to be sympathetic to the plight of the Silver Flame, is she?
There is like there was last night, a large variety of people here. But despite there being so many different types of people, none of them look particularly religious.
You say the plight of the silver flame?
Yes.
What does that mean?
It the thing. Are you saying this in
Literally.
character?
Yeah, I don't think Clement said
You say
that.
this
She
in
didn't say it
character?
out loud. No. And then I spent a bit of time, assassinating or executing, whatever you'd want to call it, lots of silver flamey people.
Oh, that you
Silver flamey people.
assassinated them.
Yes,
Okay.
I was a member of them. The terrible people. They don't practice what they preach. You know, they're ruining everything. She is, of course, clearly wearing her silver flame breastplate with her silver flame cloak that she is constantly wearing. Just these are mine. You see, these aren't. I suppose this one is the spoil of war, but I am actually a card carrying member of the Silver Flame. I'm just, the only good one.
I see.
And
I see.
and that kind of brought me into a camaraderie with some other people. She looks around and doesn't necessarily want to admit that they're the ones who blew up the Silver Flame. But, the implications there, the subtext. That's as far
I
as she'll
forgot
say.
that you're just low-key traumatizing Faye at all times with that outfit.
I think her shield is also a silver flame shield. She's gone full everything and just doesn't really back off it.
I
Oh,
see.
God.
Well, I have no particular ties with the Silver Flame. I was,
Well, I certainly hope not.
no, I've really, all of the Sovereign Host are okay with me, but I really just, it's Kulkaran for me. I mean, what else would it be? I'm a pirate. Well, I'd like to be a pirate.
I think you'd make a good pirate. Can you
You
load
think
a
so?
cannon?
Probably. I never tried.
Oh, definitely get somebody to show you how, otherwise you're going to lose an arm.
That is good to know. Thank you. Thank you for your wisdom.
Also, tie yourself to things. They never tell you that at first. We lose so many people because just nobody tells you that you need to tie yourself to things, because otherwise you just go over the side.
Tie myself to things.
Yes, that's just good advice in general, really.
With how long of a rope?
It depends on how far you need to go and how close the nearest solid thing is. You could tie yourself to the deck, I guess, if you just need to work near the deck, and maybe tie yourself to the mast. If there's a really big guy who can swim really well, maybe tie yourself to him. I don't know.
I'll look for a big guy. That sounds like the most convenient.
But if he dies, cut yourself off him, or he's just going to drag you down into the ocean and you'll drown.
Look for a very large, buoyant man.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know. Maybe I will try being a pirate someday, but nah, I was born and raised here, which is rare. Most people move here, but of course I grew up with the arena, so that became a bit of a hobby for me.
Oh, that's interesting. How does that work, growing up with the arena?
Well, I mean, my parents took me there every day. It's entertainment.
Oh. I see.
But is that not normal?
I don't rightly know. I guess I don't know much about arenas. It just seems maybe not like a thing that I'd show a child? I don't know. I don't have any children, so I suppose maybe I shouldn't be commenting on it.
I don't have any children either, so I don't really know either. But hey, I mean, got me where I am today. Paladin sounds like fun, though. Maybe I'll try that.
Yes, very much.
Anyway, sorry. Were you all busy here, or do you have more time to chat?
Is it midnight
We're
yet?
just waiting around.
Just
Yeah,
I see.
it's passing the time.
Well, I'm always around if you have any more questions. I'm at one of the pubs every night, chatting with some champion or other. Of course, my manners. You can look for, just ask for Daniel. People will know what you're talking about.
All right, we'll keep
All
that in
right,
mind.
Daniel. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Good to meet you.
See you next time you're in the ring. He gets up and just walks straight out of the pub.
And then they never went in the ring again. Anyway.
All right, so you wait around for a bit. Of course, multiple rounds of drinks are requested. Whether you want it or not, they're put on your tab because, of course, you're the champion.
Understandable.
People are excited, they're happy to see you, but eventually things begin to die down as it gets later into the evening. It's about midnight when the barkeep actually walks up to you all. I have a message to deliver to you. This is honestly pretty uncommon. Somebody just spoke in my head a little bit ago, probably some magic. Told me to send you all out back.
Now, did you recognize them?
No, I don't know the voice.
On a scale of 1 to 10,
Very.
how sinister did it sound?
I'm not very good at recognizing the sinister, but it was very high and small. Probably a halfling or a gnome.
Ooh, that's
All right.
you.
That's my
There you
best
go.
guess.
Do you have any precautions we can take? Like, if we all get murdered out there, it'll be... Yeah, don't worry about it, actually.
I don't have any precautions that would help any more than y'all being champions of the ring.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, normally I
No.
just suggest somebody break
don't
you
have-
a bottle and you can take that if you need extra defense. But
You don't have a scrying orb or anything.
I got rum.
All right, yeah.
And
Can I have some...
bottles of it?
Will you hand me that rum, please?
I'll put it on your tab.
Thank you. I'm just gonna take a big ol' swig of rum. Then she's gonna smash the bottle and hold it and say, all right, let's do this.
Excellent. All right. Opens the door out the back, which is behind the counter that he was standing at. You all shuffle out there. And there's no
Shuffle,
one there.
shuffle.
Wait, what now?
Then there's no one there. It's an empty alley.
Oh,
Well,
Well, shit. I
just gonna cast Blade Ward, just in case.
can I go out front?
Nope, you went out back.
well, I'm probably gonna activate my astral self shit
All right.
because I need to be able to see in the dark because this is some bullshit.
Either show yourself or come inside and get a drink. I don't care
then
which.
around
You're
the-
taking...
Around the corner, a very old man in rags just like gets up and says, are you the one that I was told to speak with? Probably. I was told to come back here and tell the 4 people behind the ship's cat to head to the guardhouse of the tower.
You know what? You did great. Thank you.
Hold on, why wouldn't the barkeep just have been told to tell us to go there?
I don't know.
Well, because whoever it is doesn't want the barkeep to know where we're going, I see. So you think we should go back in and we should tell him where we're going? Or do you think that's just gonna get him killed?
Am I in danger?
I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
You never met us. Go away.
Turns around and hobbles away.
Oh man, I might do things different here. Let's.
We're gonna die so hard. should we go now? Should we do anything? Or should we just go now and we'll fight whoever it is who's trying to trick us and everything? Whatever's happening.
Let's
Let me.
proceed cautiously.
So we have a map here. The ship's cat is one of the buildings in this area here. Which I guess you can't see my cursor,
right.
but it's. This is a good point. Do you see the blue tower with the kind of circular wall around it? In the
Yes.
middle? It's in that district.
Okay.
The tower of which the old man was referring to towers way over that, and he kind of gestured at it when he said it. It's the one way off to, I guess, would technically be the east because north is left on this map. The sort of golden gray one at the bottom right corner of the map. And the guardhouse
Gotcha.
is, down that way as well.
And that was the banking guild, something like that. Is that right?
So you saw. I don't think you've heard anything other than it is. You saw on the side of it has
Gotcha.
the symbol, which a religion check successfully told you was the symbol of Kulkaran, who is the sovereign of world and wealth.
Oh, I know what it's going to be. They're going to pay us to fix the fights now that everybody's going to bet on us tomorrow. And they're going to threaten us with lots of taxes and things because they'll just take our ship away or something if we don't comply with them. So should we go do it, or should we? Maybe we could do a little. We could do a little silver flame on them. You know what I mean?
Hopefully it won't come to that. I think we should probably hear them out since we went through so much effort to get their attention.
All right. Oh, that's what we were doing it
Alright.
for. I thought we were just fighting because it was fun. Let's go do it. What on earth am I holding this bottle for? It's not even full.
Hey, if you need a road soda, go for it, pal.
Just gonna go back inside and get another bottle of rum.
Intact.
The barkeep seems very confused, but yep, puts it on your tab.
I'm not going to tell you where we're going because then you'll die.
Oh.
She's gonna just grab the nearest bottle and go back out.
You just hear shouted through the door, "I'll put it on your tab." All right. So you head off in that direction. It sounds like I didn't hear anything other than that.
Nope,
All
that's
right.
good. On the
Yep.
way, I want to prepare everyone's big lesson. No matter what they ask for, we gotta leverage information. Information is what we need. If that means we go kill some cool shit, win-win. I'm down, frankly. I want to use those firestorms on something living, not just dirt. Are we good? Anyone else have any thoughts?
I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry. I was drinking.
All right, Clemens, you hang back in the conversational portion.
Okay. I can do that. Just give me the signal when you need me to, do something.
Yeah, I'll give you a pat.
Thank you.
All
She's
right,
very proud of
Kara.
herself.
We're all proud of Clemens. I don't. Yeah, I think we can be open enough that we want information about the giant weapons. No sense beating around the bush. We got a reason to be here. We got something to angle for. We have something to offer these people. And if we make clear that's what we want,
Do we have to offer?
our prowess and our, I mean, we can get real stuff done for them in the outer lands. I mean, it sounds like from that other guy, there's some scary shit, but also, I mean, if they want us to do more fights, we can give them that. Clear. That's why we made a splash. So I'm saying we can offer them something in exchange for information. So let's see what happens.
Good point. Let's go.
All right.
Dun,
Tip
dun,
top.
dun, 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 dun.
So as you approach this tower, it just, you could see it in the distance at all times while you're in the city, but it doesn't really sink in how large this thing is until you get closer and you realize that it was actually farther away than you expected. The perspective was making it look smaller than it actually is, and just looms over everything once you get to it. You have to cross a short bridge on your way there, and then you arrive at a very large gate with a guardhouse. And there is a single guard stationed there.
Well, I'll just approach and say, good evening. We received a summons here. May we enter?
Halt. You... None of you look familiar to me. Sorry, we don't allow anyone in that doesn't have business. Could you show your identification, please?
We're we're new in town. We don't have identification, but I mean, I gotta want to reiterate. We were specifically told to come here by someone. We were not given a name, but
As you say that, he kind of like sinks his head a little bit and puts a hand up to like one ear. Oh, yep. Sorry about that little miscommunication. Guard shift just changed. I did just hear we are expecting 4 people that fit your description. Yeah, please. And he like cranks a big lever behind him, and the gate slowly swings open.
Yeah, that's work. I gotcha.
Now, just so we're clear, you're new in town, you don't know probably all of our protocols here. You do not head up to the tower. You are going in and to the right. There's a door in the wall. We have eyes on you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's how you gotta put it. Sure thing.
Okay.
Roger.
All right. So you head into the gate.
Yeah.
Into the gate.
All right. The 4 of you enter the gate. It slowly closes behind you with a loud clang as the 2 like iron sections of the gate just rest against each other. It's sealed tight. You head in to the right, I assume?
Yes.
All right. You follow along the wall and you do find a small door in it, just a normal size door.
There you go.
I
Open
knock,
the door.
knock. Knock.
All right. Knock at the door. After a moment, you hear some chains rattling outside of the door, and then it creaks open a little bit, and an eye pops out. Pops out, sure. You can see an eye peeking through the door. A bit low. And then the door closes, some more chains rattle, and the door swings open, and there is a gnome and 5 gnomish guards on the other side of the door. The gnome says,
Oh, they're so cute.
yeah.
No.
The gnome says, what was that?
Nothing.
Okay.
Trick of the wind.
But I must have been hearing something from one of the other pubs in town that just carried in the wind. Please, come in. Have a seat.
Thank you.
The one who welcomed you in is a gnome dressed in what looks to be a very, very expensive suit that looks perfectly tailored to him, and it's got little lines of like gold running through it in different places. The guards are all wearing kind of a mishmash of different bits and pieces of armor, but not poorly kept. It just looks like they have their own personal tastes and equipment, and they're allowed to carry whatever they wish. Inside there is a table with just enough seats for all of you and the one more fancily dressed gnome. And the guards just take positions around the room, and a couple of them make sure that the torches are all well lit in the room so you can all see each other. And the gnome immediately takes his spot at the head of the table. Please, if you would, take a seat.
Yeah, I'll get comfy.
All right. So there's sort of, he's at like the head of the table, and then it's the rest of you are at the other ends. No one is at the foot of the table. All right. Well, I should. You're all fairly new. You wouldn't have heard of me or recognized me, would you? Stuff on any chance?
No, sir.
Damn it! Trying to get my reputation across the seas, but that's all right. That's not your fault. I am Zilbar Selsadra.
A pleasure.
I will put that in chat for spelling purposes.
Thank you.
Since you know what, I'll give you a little bit of catching up on some of the history of our town. At least the parts that are relevant. There are 4 of us, rather wealthy to put it lightly, individuals who run this place, and one who runs the harbors. And together we are the Stormlords, the four of us that sort of sponsor the city, or the Coin Lords. I am one of those. Well, myself and my family. I was born into it, but I have managed to run the city well. I have managed to run my family's business as well, and so I am a Coin Lord. You have interested me in your fights today. Now, one of you made off with quite a bit of gold, but regardless, you were all newcomers, and so the rest of the arena more than made up for it, and it's a pittance in comparison. So, I heard that you had requested an audience with someone of influence, and I wanted to see if we could make an arrangement.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. That is exactly why we're here. So let's get our cards on the table and see what we can work out, yeah? I should
Excellent.
probably introduce myself. My name is Felicia. As you know, I've come from the other side of the continent, and I'm a magician of some note. And you know, we have our own
I
business
did
here.
see that. It has been years since I have seen anyone transform into a T-Rex in the arena.
Oh, you flatter me. It's a fun party trick. Like to bring it out every now and then.
Well, you put on an excellent show.
Oh, thank you, sir.
And you, he kind of gestures at Nakarth.
I am fuck.
We'll come back
I'm,
to you. He gestures to Clemens.
Sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Clemens Splitstream.
She puts out her hand like a delicate lady, which she is. Sitting far away from him, you know. She waits for a
It's
second.
awkward. Sorry, I already took my seat. Terrible apologies.
No worries
I've made this
whatsoever.
awkward now. I apologize. Anyways, Clemens Splitstream.
Yes.
So you use your last name as your name in the arena, then?
It's not a it's more of a it was a nickname that someone else gave me. You don't know him though, and so I
see.
thought I would use it here. Also, there were a lot of things. I'm not going to bore you with the story of it, but yes, it's because of the lightning. You see.
I see. You
There's
did
a
use
lot
quite
of
a
it.
lot of it. Yes, indeed. And you put on a great show. It was quite dramatic, the back
Thank
and
you.
forth on that one.
Was a lot of fun.
Good. I'm glad you had fun. And you, Sleeping Demon.
Yes,
What do you
I
go
am.
by outside of the arena?
My name is Nakareth. I am a monk from Sarlona.
I see. It's quite a ways away. I don't know that I've met any others from Solona. Huh.
You probably have. Well, unless you haven't
Maybe they
met
haven't
the
told
knight
me.
itself.
Oh, she's from there. Oh, I've only met her a few times. She's very elusive, that one. But she has caught my
Mhm.
attention. Very powerful. And now that I think about it, you say you're both from Solona. You both do have a very similar way of fighting.
We are both Kalashtar,
You're both what?
and
I don't
Our
get much news from
people-
outside the. Gotcha. I see.
yes, we are Kalashtar. We are attuned to certain quarry. Hers seems to be the one with eyes and insect-like legs, and mine is named Valkyrie.
I see. Quite interesting. Attuned, huh?
Well, it's
Is there any way you could
more
become
related to-
attuned? Like, could I attune
It's-
myself to one? Seems quite powerful.
It's more in our bloodline.
Ah, I see. Well, I'm content with wealth being in my bloodline, but thank you for this information.
Welcome.
And I'll assume that Carrick just gives his introduction as well, but I don't have a good Carrick voice, so we will skip over that. So, now that we're all acquainted, and well, could we call ourselves friends? Let's call ourselves friends.
Yeah, why not?
My friends, what is your first impression of me?
Of what?
What is your first impression of me? In front of you now, this gnome who has brought you out in the middle of the night to converse with you and has taken an interest in you.
I really like your outfit.
Thank you.
Well, got to say, there's a nice nuanced blend here. On one hand, clearly a man of wealth and taste, which I very much respect. Our means of getting here, a little bit strange. The old man in the alley was a real interesting touch, but
yes.
we got here how we had to get here.
Well, you understand, this is land of pirates, and, well, someone as wealthy as I can't simply be going around talking to people willy-nilly, and I carry quite a lot of gold on my person. I'd prefer to keep it that way, so I don't want to be pickpocketed, and, you know, people know where I keep things. It's not so great either. The list goes on and on. I have to be a bit secretive from time to time.
Right. So
Didn't want
I
that
think
whole bar full of people hearing that you're headed here. They'd probably try to mug you as well.
Yeah, well, hopefully not as much after they saw us in the circle, but it does seem like you probably have your share of interesting wants you might need fulfilled, and we've got a set of skills. So I'm wondering what you might be interested in, and then of course we'll get to what you might be able to offer us.
That
Now you've
does
seen our
lead me
skills.
to my next point, actually. Yes. Thank you for that excellent transition. Would you say that I am a good coin lord?
In the short time I've known you, I'm getting the vibe of yes. Can tell you that.
Excellent.
Can I
Yep.
tell where this is going? Like, this is an odd line of questioning.
I mean, without reading his mind?
Not really. Never mind.
Okay. I mean, you can tell he is incredibly
Just
vain.
wicked insecure.
Just with your passive insight, he's incredibly vain. He puts a lot of value on the impression he leaves on other people, his appearance, his wealth, all of these things. You're not sure what else would even be important to him besides those.
Tell me I'm good.
So, he continues. Well, so yes, we can all agree that I am a good coin lord. So from there,
Yes.
the other coin lords are terrible people.
Oh no.
Right? It's a
Uh,
shame.
it's-
Why can't they all be
Sound
just like
jump of
me?
logic.
It would be excellent if they could just. I don't know. I would like to overthrow them. I'd like you to help me.
Okay. Well-
Why aren't they good coin lords?
Well, they're just not like me. We've agreed that I am a good coin lord, and they're not like me, so they have to be bad coin lords by necessity.
But I don't know them, so I don't know how they're different than you.
Well,
I think you're the
my
only
friend,
coin lord
right?
I know.
So you can trust
Yeah.
me.
Oh.
All comments.
He looks around to his guards, like questioning, like, "Yeah, that makes sense, right?" And they all just nod stoically. Yeah, see, you can trust me. They all trust me. I trust them.
I mean, they trust you because you line their pockets, I assume.
I could line your pockets.
Now, Mr. Mr. Man, can you line my mind pockets?
You're what now?
That sounds dirty.
We are mostly.
No, we'll let that hang in the air for a second.
I
What you're asking, you are clearly practiced. None of us are fools here. This is a large ask. This is not put on another good show in the arena or retrieve some bauble for you. You are asking first to facilitate a coup. And now I'm not telling you no, but we really got to make sure that you have what we need before this goes any further. You understand?
Well, I can already guarantee you as much coin as will fit in your pockets. But beyond that, if you make me the sole coin lord of Stormreach, I'll have even more resources to allocate for you.
It's not just resources that we need. If we wanted wealth, we could have made it back on the northern continent. We need to know more about something that is native to this continent that we're in. Centric is the name. Centric. Faye is smoother than I am in actual conversation.
Yeah, understandable.
But
passive persuasion or something.
Passive charisma. Filter my dumbass energy through. But we, as much as we were able to put on a fun show, and as much as we can enjoy that, we're here with much more grave purpose, and we need as much information and leads as we can possibly get about the historic giant weapons of this continent.
I see.
And this is not for... I'm not just talking about some old book. Okay, I mean real connections. And if you can't offer us anything significant there, it's truly been a pleasure, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do any really serious work for you.
Don't patronize me. This is fine. I like you said, there are no fools here. I understand that you needed someone of influence, and that is why you reached out.
Mm-hmm.
So you can understand that I am confident in my ability to offer anything you could ask. Treasure from the mainland, is it? That's what you're looking for in general terms. Treasure from the mainland. Specific treasure, but treasure from the mainland.
Yes.
Of course. Okay. Well, how do you think us coin lords got so rich?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Okay. Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
You think we made all this money off of arenas and pirating, and of course not. Don't tell anyone that. Just shh. I should mention, just shh. Please.
But the other ones
spread tales that no one came back.
Of course.
How did you make the rope so long, though?
Oh, that wasn't us. No, that tale is true. But for the most part.
But how did it though?
Magic.
Yes, I assume some god magic or something. I don't know much magic. I know money.
Money is its own form of magic.
True. I like this one. Very wise. Anyways, here's our secret. There are natives to this land that are unaffected by any of this magic. You need a guide. You need one who can walk the land without fear of being led astray by it. I can offer you access to one. But, of course, that would require you enter an agreement with me to help me uncover, well, help me overthrow, I should say, the other rulership of the city, and leave it all in my power.
Okay. Well, certainly have my attention.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about this guide.
Well, have you ever heard of... Oh, I suppose you wouldn't have. We do keep it rather as much of a secret as we can, at least. Some tales have slipped out here and there, so you may or may not have heard of them, but we definitely don't let many people know that they are unaffected by the perils of the mainland. The Three Kreen, rather. They are, well, on first seeing one, you might assume they're a monster, but I assure you they're not. They're quite intelligent people. They're, honestly, some of them I'd say are even smarter than me. But they have lived here for who knows how long. They were here before I got here, before my family got here. They've got extra, they remind me of your knight itself. That one you were interested in before. They've got these extra limbs that are very bug-like, and their heads are bug-like. And really, I really want to avoid saying they're bug people because that's not really sensitive to them. But yes, that is the best description for. Yes, but they stand on two legs like you or I do. They just have extra arms and natural armor and large eyes, antenna.
Oh, they sound wonderful.
They are wonderful. They're lovely people. And they've been working with my family for years.
Okay. Now, and this is more of just a curiosity question. When you say the perils of the mainland that this guide would otherwise help navigate, what exactly are you referring to?
Well, some asshole god millennia ago, T something, not the Wanderer, the Traveler. The Traveler cursed this land so that none could walk it and get where they're going. At least that's how the tales go, and to our experimentation, it's true enough. Anyone we send out there without a guide just wanders endlessly and never finds their location. No landmarks work, no maps work. Just endless forest in every direction. Or desert if you wander far enough.
Isn't that
He is a bit of an
isn't
asshole.
that
Oh, so you've heard the stories too, yes.
I forget.
We have some experience with the stories.
I see. They must tell more of those stories of the sovereign host and the six up there in the north. And we really only care about Kolkaran down here.
I get it, because he makes people travel.
That does make a lot of
man.
sense.
Yeah, no, let's get you back to bed.
I haven't gone to bed yet. It's not that late.
Um,
I want to meet the Thrakeen.
Yes.
Okay, well,
I
it
won't.
seems like-
Yes, we need to enter an agreement.
What can you tell us of the other coin lords?
Well, none of them are nearly as good as I am at my job.
Of course.
Why would you need to know more?
we need to.
Who they are so that we might assist you?
Well, the most tolerable are the Wilks. They run the harbor. It's a mostly human line, but there's some half-elf in there, here and there. I think the current leader, Jonas, is a half-elf. These the closest thing I have to, well, I wouldn't say friend, but he's an acquaintance that's not an enemy, which is uncommon. So if we're
you have
overthrowing,
friend
maybe
outside
we could not